After the outstanding job that Capcom did with the teaser and gameplay trailers for Alex on Street Fighter 6, I don't think I've ever been as excited for this game ever before. But then I could not stop thinking, who's gonna be the next season? Who's gonna be on Season 4 as the DLC lineup for SF6? And we got supposedly some leaks about what's gonna be in it, but I personally believe that the leaks are completely false, like 100% not true. So I wanna give my own take of who I think is gonna make it into Season 4 of SF6. And being completely honest with you, to me there is only one way to start this list.
Now, find a new rival.
And yes sir, to me there is no world in which Street Fighter 6 is not gonna get more characters from Third Strike. And I know that there's multiple picks that could make a decent portion of people happy, but to me it is very clear that at the moment there is a duel between two characters, almost like a 50-50 coin toss, and it is between Dudley and Makoto. And I know that Makoto is on the leak, like I'm aware of it, but I actually believe that Dudley has a smaller, higher chance than Makoto. It's like a 60 to 40% ratio, I would say. And the reason why I say this is because when you talk with anybody that likes Street Fighter 6 or just the Street Fighter series, everyone wants to see Dudley back. It feels like Dudley is literally the universal pick for DLC at this point for SF6, and I'm pretty sure that Capcom is aware of it. And it's just that Dudley can make so much for this game. Like, he would probably look incredible in this art style and in the RE engine. It would be one of the most best looking DLC in the game, but also his gameplay can do so much for the game, because even though SF6 already has a boxer archetype with Ed, it is simply that he does not play like a sway movement-based boxer. Like, Ed in many ways is more like a Shoto character, even though he's not only that. Of course, he's much more complex than that, and I actually love Ed. I got him all the way to Master Rank and had a ton of fun with him, but to me Dudley is literally a completely different character. It doesn't matter that both of them are boxers, and I just believe that Dudley needs to make it into SF6. He's perfect for the identity of the game, and is his moment. Like, he was not on SF5, Balrog has been on a ton of games already, and Dudley is just the perfect pick for SF6 on Season 4 to literally sell the Season Pass. And I personally think that Dudley would make the Season Pass sell even more than Makoto. So even though I feel, like I said, that is kind of like almost a 50-50 coin toss between Dudley and Makoto, I'm gonna put my money on Dudley, and I'm gonna say that the sway boxer is gonna be on Season 4 of SF6.
What's up, dudes? Max here. So
I'm sorry people, I had a vision, I had to do it. I'm sorry Max, I apologize, but the next character on this list has to be Sakura. I think that Sakura is almost 100% in for Season 4. Like, she is the most famous female character from the Street Fighter series that is not on a Street Fighter 6, and she was also DLC on SF5. By this point, it feels like Capcom treats this character kind of like a Kuma. It's like the 100% gonna sell character. So I think that Sakura is gonna make it in Season 4 and be basically the big bet on the pack of DLC to sell the entire Season Pass alongside a character like Dudley. But I just think that there's no competition. Like, there's no other female character that is actually gonna steal this spot from her, specifically because we are in year 4. It's already kind of late for her to make it. The only other character that I can think of, and it's kind of like a 20% chance that maybe it's gonna be her instead of Sakura, is Poison. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Actually, it's more kind of like a Joker card, you know, like, okay, maybe Sakura is not gonna happen now, maybe it happens on year 5 and now it's Poison, but I actually believe that it is unlikely. So don't be surprised if Sakura is on Season 4. I think that is a 70-80% chance. She's simply too famous, too big, and sells too well to not make it by this point. Hey, just in case that you've been enjoying the content until now, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to support the channel. I cover a ton of different fighting games, and I'm actually pretty decent at predictions like this. Like, I got almost the entire Season 2 of Fatal Fury, I got like half of Tekken 8 Season 3, so I know my shit, man, like a little bit, okay? So like and subscribe, people, please. Okay, so now we can move into the next pick in the predictions, and this one is a little bit more complex, I gotta be honest, so please hear me out. This is actually gonna follow the only stable pattern in the DLC choices of Street Fighter 6, which is that every single season has a boss-style character. Akuma, Bison, and Sagat, right? All boss characters at some point, or boss-style characters. And in that sense, many people will think, okay, so the rational thing to do next, it's either Gil or Urien, right? Like the third strike boss, the next step on the ladder when it comes to boss picks. But what I believe is gonna happen is that since I'm 100% sure that either Dudley or Makoto are gonna be in this DLC pack, neither Urien or Gil are gonna make it. It's way too early for them. Urien can very easily sell another pack of DLC by himself. He's a very popular character. And Gil, I think, is not deserving of a spot yet this early because SF6 is probably gonna have a ton of other seasons and is gonna put more bosses in the game. And what I believe is gonna happen is that this boss-like spot is gonna be taken by either a new version of Evil Ryu or by a version of Violent Ken. I think that the game is gonna get an evil, a specific version of one of the protagonist Shotos, and it's been a while since this happens, actually with a more like OG style instead of what happened in 5, right, with Kage. And these characters are actually very popular. Like, if a character like this makes it into SF6, I'm pretty sure that it would be a very high pick rate character that will also sell very well. And I just don't see how Gil and Urien are gonna make it in the same season, in which I'm 100% sure that either Dudley or Makoto are gonna be in. So that's my prediction for like the boss style character. I think that it's gonna be either Evil Ryu or a new variant of it, or Violent Ken or some variant of that. And I know that this is the craziest pick on my list, but I'm gonna take the gamble. And now we move into the final prediction of the Season 4 video for Street Fighter 6. And I gotta say, this one is incredibly hard for me because I think that there is a couple of big options that are both very likely, and I cannot choose only one, so I'm just gonna say all of them. I'm sorry, guys. The first one is essentially a coin toss of legacy characters in between Vega and Fei Long. I feel like both Vega and Fei Long have a very high chance of making it in this season. Fei Long, obviously, because he has not been on Street Fighter like forever, he needs to come back. And then also Vega, because he's a legendary character. He's on every single Street Fighter almost, so I do not see a world in which Vega is not gonna get a spot, and that could happen in any season. But then I also think Terry and Mai are on a Street Fighter 6, and they are arguably the most successful DLC of the game outside of Akuma, right? And in that sense, it is very weird for me that Capcom would open up the Pandora box of guest characters on Street Fighter, because Terry and Mai are the first ones ever, and then don't open that box again. I think that they did it because they are gonna have more guest characters. It's not gonna be only Terry and Mai. I highly doubt it, and especially taking into account that Terry and Mai are probably the best-selling DLC of the game. So I just think that it's gonna happen, and my two options for that guest spot, if it happens, are between Iori Jagami from King of Fighters and also Jin Kazama from Tekken. I feel like both of these characters not only fit on Street Fighter incredibly well if you design them right, but also they would be a killer marketing move for a new entry in the KOF series and for Tekken 8 to make even a bigger comeback after the Season 2 fiasco. And the other thing is that this would probably be some of the most picked characters on SF6 online, and even on tournament if they're strong characters. So to me, this final spot is really like messing up with my mind, man. It's really hard for me to predict it, and it's kind of like a 50-50 again between these two big options, a guest character and a big legacy character from Street Fighter 2. Let me know in the comments what you think is gonna happen, and of course, like and subscribe if you can. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it. And those were the Season 4 predictions for Street Fighter 6. See you on the next one. Take care.